Hey YouTubers, Raven here,
Starfire.
and tonight we're going to talk about Supergirl!
Season 4, Episode 22, The Quest for Peace.
The season finale! Yes. So good.
It was good.
It was so good.
It was.
I loved it.
It was really good.
Yes. So what did you like?
Well, I just like Lex and his snarky sassiness. He's just enjoyable to watch on screen. Even though he's like super evil and, is causing problems. He's Lex. He's iconic. Like, it's just when he's on it, like, it's so exciting. And so, just action-packed.
Yes.
I like that Brainy and Nia are finally, like, a thing.
Yes, that they're dating.
They're just so adorable. I love them.
Ah! Yes.
All the feels.
Yes.
And as much as I've wanted Lena to find out, I really wish that it hadn't happened that way.
Right.
But I'm glad that she knows.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that she's feeling betrayed.
Yeah.
So,
let's see. For me, I enjoyed the episode.
You didn't like the stuff with Alex and Kelly.
Trying to forget that.
Sorry. But it's part of the episode.
I don't know what you're talking about. But I did enjoy the episode. I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I like that it went back in time 6 hours to show Lex talking with
like it gave us a timeline of, how things were gonna play out.
How they played out in the last episode.
Right. Like and how the continuation and conclusion of that plan that was going to be carried out through, Kasnia and Lex and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And then Red Daughter was put in a tube that siphoned off her power.
I was in my mind, I was like, is that a regeneration chamber? Like,
no, that was the part of the power core for...
That would make sense because the facility that they were at was where they were siphoning all of their powers. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I don't know what I thought it was. I just was like, why is she in that?
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it was... I loved that... I'm watching your cat clean himself. It's just very weird. Licking his paw.
I love the way they wash their face. It's so cute. They just lick their paw and then wash their face. Yeah. It's so adorable.
Where was I? Okay. I liked how like the mom, their mom was like so fearful, and then like Kara was just like, I can't let fear run my life. Like it's not gonna happen because she did that for the majority of her life.
Yeah.
And when she stepped out of the shadows, she couldn't go back. Like it's her life now, and she can't run from that.
Right.
And Clark left Earth in her hands. She can't run.
Right.
Like, she promised Clark she'd do everything to protect it. Mm-hmm. So...
And I love how badass Lena was with, like, the guys, or she, like, in the Oval Office.
Mm-hmm. When she took Tessmacher's gun.
Yeah.
And then the mom stood up and pepper sprayed the guys. Yes.
And they're just kind of like, my work here is done. And she's all, that's my girl.
Yes. Yes.
But I just... Like, when Lex was telling her all that stuff that, like, I'm the only one who, you know, believed in you and all that, and, like, nobody else, like, and all this. I was just like, but were you really? I mean, yeah, you were family, but you never treated her like you actually did care about her.
Right. But in his mind, he did.
Yeah.
Because that's, like, in his warped mind, like, that's what he was doing. He was showing her through, you know, that, like...
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it, but he thought he was doing what he said he did.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't.
Because, I mean, as bad as he is, he still probably considers his family the people that he can turn to when he needs them.
Yep.
But if it's only when he needs them and not any other time, then that really makes a person feel great. Because nobody wants that.
Right.
But at the same time, he didn't need to make her feel even worse about herself and make her think that nobody around her cared when they do.
Right.
I mean, she has Kara, she has James, she has Alex. They are her family.
Yeah.
And not blood.
We are family.
Not blood family, but they're her family.
Right.
That she chose for herself.
Yeah.
And... You know, like I said, I wish that she hadn't found out about Kara being Supergirl that way. But, you know, and I wish that Kara had actually told her herself.
Right.
Because then it would have softened the blow a little bit and it would have made things a little bit easier. But now, because it was through Lex, she's going to feel that betrayal even more.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, right now she's holding it in.
She is.
She's waiting to see. I think she's... Unless they get into a really heated argument, she's not going to bring it up.
Yeah. But Kara knows that she needs to tell her.
Yeah, Kara wants to tell her. Kara will tell her. But Lena won't be the one to bring it up.
Yeah.
But I think that, like... In previous seasons, I would have said that Lena would never accept Kara's, like, coming out to her as Supergirl. But with the steps that she's taken this season, I know they were recent steps, but, you know, she learned that she's too closed off. And... That's why she told Kara about Lex and how he got his powers and everything.
Yeah.
And so I know that opening up like that and then being told this secret is probably damaging for her.
Right.
It's also going to test whether or not she's truly accepted that people make mistakes.
Yeah.
And they keep things from you, and sometimes it is to protect you. Right. Like, she did that to protect her.
Yeah. And I'm sure that that's what Kara will say when she tells Lena, because, you know, Lena's reaction will probably be one of, you know, betrayal or upset or whatever.
Both.
And, yeah, or both. And Kara will be like, I did it to protect you.
Yeah. And, like, tell her, like, you know, like, because she was going to tell her down in that bunker. You know, she was full on ready. Like, she was telling her, turn around, I need to talk to you. And her glasses were off. But she's like, if I find out, like, I can't take any more. Like, one more person betrays me and blah, 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 you know. And so she put her glasses. She almost told her. She's done that multiple times.
Right.
Like, she's ready to tell Lena. And then Lena says something that makes her feel like she won't be accepted.
But now that Lena knows, Kara can actually tell her without the worry of Lena saying something like that. Because as you said, Lena's not going to bring it up.
But if, like, they're in another situation, because being the season finale, like, you know something's going to happen in the next episode.
Right.
Like, it's not going to be like, oh, like, happy-go-lucky, like, Leviathan is coming, like the old woman said. And,
everyone is Leviathan.
Yes. And I think that,
I hope it's more exciting with the Leviathan storyline on Supergirl than it was on Supernatural.
Yeah.
Because that season wasn't that great.
Right. But I think that something will happen within the first couple episodes that makes Lena and Kara trapped together again. And, like, Lena might just spill the beans that she knows and just go, like, come on, I know you've already betrayed me. Or, like, Kara says, don't you trust me? You know, something like that. And Lena would go, no. Like, I can't.
And then Kara will be like, why?
Right.
But
I don't
think say, I know.
I don't think that's actually, like, if that does happen, like, if they're trapped somewhere and Kara says, don't you trust me? And Lena says no. Kara won't even have a chance to say why. Lena will go, I don't trust liars. People who keep secrets from me. You know? And
I was telling her, though, I just don't want it to become the whole, like, Clark-Lex situation in Smallville, where, like, you know, they were supposed to be friends, and Clark never told him his secret, and Lex found out on his own, and the whole rest of the time after that, he spent trying to destroy his life.
Yeah, but Lena doesn't want to destroy Supergirl. She never did.
Yeah.
Lex wanted the power for himself and tried to destroy him or capture him.
But I mean, just the whole aspect of, like, being the friend that doesn't tell you.
Yeah.
And then him finding out. Like, you know.
Yeah, but Lena doesn't want to, like, she had a hard enough time experimenting on the boy, which she didn't know, and she kind of got to know.
Yeah.
But she's known Kara for, what season is this? 5?
Season 4.
For 4 years. Maybe a little over, depending on their time frame. Right. Which I'm still a little murky on. But it's still roughly this year on the show. But, so I'm just like, she won't turn on her like that. But she'll definitely need some time to process everything.
Right.
But what she needs to keep in mind is that even when Supergirl was pissed at her and didn't trust her and everything because of the kryptonite, Kara was always by her side.
Yeah.
Kara always, like, when she talked to Kara about how Supergirl, like, did this to her and, like, betrayed her and, you know, whatever, Kara agreed with her.
Yeah.
Not with Supergirl.
Right.
Like, even though they're the same person, there's this duality between them where they're very similar people because they're the same person, but there's differences.
Right.
And those differences come from being an iconic figure and one that needs to uphold things and is very scared of things that can kill her and, like, has this sad backstory. And then Kara, who is born and raised human. And, you know, I mean, yes, she's a foster child or adopted or however you want to look at it. And, you know, she had to make this her home. She had to make that her family, you know, and she chose to accept Lena into her life. Like, she is Supergirl.
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, Lena has to know how hard it must have been for Supergirl, let alone Kara, to befriend a Luthor.
Yeah.
Like,
same with Clark. I mean, their friendship was murky at best, but they were considered best friends, kind of, on Smallville, right? Like, in the beginning.
In the beginning, yeah, but that's before he tried to, like...
Yeah. So, I mean, like, in the beginning, at the start of it, like, they were friends.
Yeah, but Clark didn't have to worry about, oh, as a Luthor hates me.
Right, like, because he was still processing all of his stuff at that point,
well, too. No, like, there was no precedent for the Luthor name to hate a Kryptonian.
It's true.
But Lena is a Luthor in a point of time after which the Luthor name has been attacking the Kryptonians for years.
Yeah.
So befriending a Luthor is detrimental to her life.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she could be tricked by Lena at any moment and poisoned or something because Lena's a Luthor.
Yeah.
She took that chance.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe Lena will, like, realize that at some point.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope so.
But
let's hope the writers aren't stupid and write that as her not understanding.
Well, I mean, she won't understand at first.
Well, I know, not at first, but I mean eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and...
Because, like, Kara's probably going to address that. She'll probably be like, you have to know how difficult it was for me to even, like, be friends with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, like, at first.
You're a Luthor.
Yeah.
Like, you do realize that I could have chosen not to trust you, but I did choose to trust you.
Mm-hmm. Kara was always by your side. I am Kara. Supergirl may have fought with you. Supergirl may have done this, but I'm Kara.
But it was always because of the cause. It was always because she was trying to protect her.
Mm-hmm.
That was why they fought. It wasn't because she was against her or because she didn't like her. It was just because she didn't agree with the way she was handling it. Mm-hmm. Because for her, she has a certain, like you said, moral code that she abides by. And if something goes against that or it challenges her moral code or perception of things, then yeah, she's going to have issues with it.
Mm-hmm.
So regardless of Supergirl and Lena's relationship and Kara and Lena's relationship, at the end of the day, Kara was always there for her.
Yeah.
Through everything.
Well, I mean, you know, until recently when it was Supergirl who was always there. But now it's like, well, actually, Kara was there.
Mm-hmm.
Supergirl was there playing the Kara role.
Yeah.
If she just has to, like, pay attention to that every time Supergirl was around and Kara wasn't, Supergirl didn't, even though they were, like, fighting, you know, Supergirl always treated her with respect and dignity.
Yeah.
Like, they might have been arguing all the time, but Supergirl never put her down.
Right.
And Supergirl, like, you know, talked to her like she wasn't just a Luthor.
Uh-huh.
Even if they were fighting.
Right.
And even when they were fighting, Supergirl still trusted her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, not trusted her to the extent that she had before, but she trusted her with, you know, like, the Harnell and everything that had to do with it, and, like, at the end of last season, you know, because they were fighting for that entire length of time, and she still trusted Lena with, like, doing the Harnell stuff and whatever that she had to do at the end of last season. My memory is murky on what happened last season.
Mine too.
But, like, you know, she trusted her with that.
What happened last season was the Terry Hatcher thing where, like, with
Mono?
Well, yeah, but, like, the last half of season 3 was, like, when Terry Hatcher and that other one came in and they were, like, from that other planet that was, I think, or from her. I don't remember, but they were, like, they were also
Argo?
her race.
Yeah, Argo City. The asteroid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's with the Harnell.
Okay.
Right, it was with Rain and the war and the World Killers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
you guys were probably yelling at us.
Like, I mean,
the World Killers.
It's hard enough to remember everything that happens in the episode in order for us to talk about it. Do you really think that I'm gonna remember what happened last season?
We do for the Flash, but that's because it was a bad season.
I don't remember everything that happened in season 4, even though it sucked.
I remember the first half was good because Barry was in prison, and the second half was bad because
they got married.
Going after.
The first half, he was in prison, and they got married during the crossover.
Mm-hmm. And then the second half was he got out of prison, and he went insane going after the Thinker. And the Thinker was stupid. Yep. But,
I mean, I like Supergirl.
Yes.
I do, but I don't remember everything that happens in every season.
No. But last season,
I think so far, I mean, I liked season 3, but I think because, we had Alex and Maggie.
Right.
For the first half of it.
Yeah.
But I actually have really liked this season.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Aside from other things I have.
Aside from one singular person. And it's been the last month of episodes.
You'll get used to it.
But
hey, we still watched Once Upon a Time, even when the couple we hated was together.
Even when I hated the main character.
Yes. So I think if we can watch that to its entirety, you can watch Supergirl.
Oh yeah, I still will.
Because you love Alex.
Exactly.
And you're not going to stop watching it just because you don't like the other person that she's with.
Yep.
Regardless of how hard it is for you to see it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, suffer. It just means that we suffer for our shows because we love them that much.
Yes, and that just means that you'll be getting to you'll be getting more of my ranting like you did for Once Upon a Time. You'll be getting it again. Yeah, but Black Lightning wasn't because of poor acting.
It was just because of how he was acting to
how
he was reacting.
Yeah, how he was written to act to react to what his children.
He's not a bad actor.
No,
it's just how he was having the character react to everything and the way that he was treating his daughters.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like about that. But this is acting ability,
right? Like Emma, like Jennifer freaking Morrison. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm sure she's an amazing human being and a nice person in real life, but her acting sucks.
And I don't even consider that acting. She's probably like that in real life too.
And I'm sorry if that hurts people and offends people, but I mean, have you seen it? Like, if you watched Once Upon a Time, I'm sure you have, and her acting was very forced.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was very unnatural. Yeah. If I'm gonna see somebody freaking getting emotional and, like, crying, I want it to look genuine. I want it to look like they are actually feeling that emotion in that moment and bringing that out through the character.
That's called acting.
Yeah. That's called acting. We should be able to believe it without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
If we believe it, then you're convincing as the character.
Then you're acting.
And we relate to you and we connect with you because you're making the character real and you're making them have real emotions and real experiences.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, oh, I've not felt this way in so long, and just looking at her like that and not even really showing expression on her face, like, it's just not believable.
Right? I haven't felt this way in so long, and I hope it doesn't ruin our friendship.
And I just don't really want it to end. Like, that's what she said.
I know. A straight face in a monotone voice.
And Alex, I mean, obviously thinks it's okay, but, you
know, in that world, the actress is imagining that the one in front of her is actually using emotion and acting and is carrying the scene.
Because I think it's Kyler. Mm-hmm. Kyler Lee is a freaking fine actress.
Yes, and she's just fine, period. But yes.
She's a damn good actress.
Yes, she is.
And I haven't seen her on Grey's Anatomy, but I'm sure she was great on that too.
I might have a small lady crush on this woman.
Clearly. But yeah, like, she's able to play off of her even though the actress who plays Kelly isn't that great of an actress. Kyler is able to play off of her well enough that it makes the scene tolerable.
Yes.
To where you can still watch it and not cringe every time you see Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Although every time I see her on screen, I do cringe.
I mean, I'm just very indifferent about it. Like, I want Alex to be happy, and if Kelly's the one who's going to make her happy, then I accept that. But she isn't a great actress. I do agree with that.
Yeah. See, if she was a great actress, I mean, if she wasn't even a decent actress, if she was an okay actress, I would be fine with it.
Yeah.
But actors gotta act.
She's not even good.
No.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I liked Emma on Once Upon a Time when she was either like with Neil or with Henry or with like Regina or something like that, because they were good enough that when she was in the scenes with them, it was okay. Like, it wasn't hard to watch it.
Yeah.
But it was just...
Until she got emotional.
Yeah, but when it was just like her, or when it was like her and Hook or something, I was just like, I can't.
And the only time she actually did good, like, on her own or even with Hook was when she was the dark one.
Yeah, because she didn't have to show emotion.
Nope. Void of feeling. But, for those of you who, like me, can't handle Kelly's acting, we are now stuck with her.
We are.
It has been said by Kyler herself that the people behind the scenes promised her that they would not make the same mistake they did with Maggie, which was well, at first they didn't even expect, like, any sort of relationship to happen to them, but it just felt right and it flowed. So they didn't have her contract into the show for more than what she did. She had to leave because of contractual issues. She had it with other, like, companies, other shows, other movies, whatever. So she could not stay. That's why they had to write her off. And, I mean, it was sad to watch her go because they were perfect together.
They were so
but the storyline that they went with was amazing, and even though it hurt me to watch it, it was a really big growing experience for Alex.
It was.
And
so, like, they handled her send-off well.
Yes. But they promised Kyler that they wouldn't make her go through that again because of how the fans reacted to losing, like, a lesbian couple.
Yeah. Because the outcry was probably really bad.
So they promised Kyler that they wouldn't do that to Alex again. And that the next time that they did a relationship with her, that it would be for the long haul. That would be the person that Alex ended up with. So we are stuck with Kelly, and she will marry Alex.
And they will adopt a child, and she will get to be a mom.
Yeah. Which does make Kara and James legally brother and sister.
Yeah, but they're not going to get together again.
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like...
As much as I would love to see that happen, it's not going to.
No.
Because I really loved them in the first season. But that ain't happening again.
No. But I just find it funny that that's how he gets in with the super family. With, like, the L's is, like...
Yeah.
The House of L.
I mean, they kind of always, anyway, thought of each other that way. I mean, yeah, there was, like, that whole crush thing in the first season. And the potential for something to happen. But, I mean, he's always kind of thought of her that way. As a sister.
Yeah.
So, it's a nice fit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, honestly, like, I'm okay with Kara being single. Yeah. Like, she doesn't need a relationship.
She don't need no man. Like, she's a strong, independent woman.
Yeah. So, like, I'm fine with them just having, like, you know, Nia and Brainy, and, like, James and Lena, and...
Well, I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah. But there's a possibility of it happening again.
As long as he apologizes for what he's been keeping from her. They're all going to have to make amends to Lena for keeping the secret, even though, you know, it wasn't theirs to give.
Right. But anyway, I'm okay with, like, Nia and Brainy and, you know, Alex and... right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully she gets better. I'm not giving up hope yet.
Well, generally speaking, unlike in Jennifer's case, actors and actresses get better when they're around better actors.
Yeah, but she never did.
I said online. Yeah. But I mean, like, if you look at Arrow, Stephen Amell didn't exactly start off as the best actor.
Oh, no.
It was kind of cringy.
Yeah.
A lot of the time.
Cringe-worthy.
But working with the people who played his mom, who played... And
she's phenomenal.
Right?
I mean, she was freaking in Timeless, okay? She played Lucy's mom.
And working alongside with John Barrowman.
Yeah.
And, you know, a bunch of the other,
and like... Emily Bett Rickards and...
all the, like, higher class actors and actresses. Like, that made him grow. He learned, but he was open to it.
Right.
And I think that's one thing that made Jennifer not is because she probably wasn't open to
because
learning.
She'd already been, like, in a TV in-house before that.
And
she'd already been kind of established herself as an actress. So she probably was like, I don't need people to help me. I'm a good actress already.
And she's not. But
I mean, seriously, like, if Kelly, I mean, like, look at freaking Grant Gustin. He can freaking tug at your heartstrings and your emotions. Yeah. He knows how to get emotional. He knows how to cry. Like, freaking him and Alex are, like, the king and queen of emotional facial expression and acting.
So perfect.
And believable acting in that way. Like, you know, he brings it out in the character so well, and so does Alex.
Yes.
Like, it's just, I don't know, like...
And if you look at Supergirl herself, she's definitely grown as an actress.
Yeah, Melissa Benoist is great.
Like, I mean, there's still, like, a lot of scenes that she has that I'm just like,
Like, I think she was good in Glee, but I think she's a lot better on Supergirl. I mean, her singing was great in Glee.
Yeah.
But I feel like she's better as a character and an actress on Supergirl.
But, like, her acting ability has definitely grown over these past 4 years. And, like, if you look at the first season, I was on a different network, so things were done differently. But her acting ability wasn't all that great.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, also matched up with the script.
But yeah, it should have just started on the CW, honestly.
Yeah. But the CW didn't have room for it.
Yeah.
In its lineup. But if you watch how she's grown, she's grown leap and bounds from season 1. And that's because of the actors around her.
Yeah.
Like, the guy who played Wynn. Like...
Jimmy Jordan.
I mean, he's
Broadway. A theater actor, sorry.
Yeah.
He's done theater. And Grant Gustin has, too.
Like, whether or not I liked his character, he was a great actor.
Yeah, he was.
And I enjoyed seeing him on screen. I just didn't really care about his character.
Carlos, I think, has also done theater.
So, like, surrounding yourself with good actors will eventually make you a great actor if you're open to learning from them.
Yeah, and I feel like that also happened on One Tree Hill because the guy who plays Nathan, James Lafferty, like, starting out in, like, the first few seasons, he was good, but he wasn't as good. Like, but he was also young. I mean, he was still, like, a teenager. He was 18, I think, when the show started. So, like, he was still kind of getting, like, his footing in that. And, like, the one who played Haley, like, she's a really great actress. And so I think being around her a lot, because they had a lot of scenes together since they eventually are a couple, like, it really helped him to be better as an actor. Yeah.
So, I mean, as long as the actress is open to it, I believe Kelly can become a great character, and I won't have my issues with her. Yeah. But until that moment, I will continue to point out how lazy the acting ability from her is.
And I mean, that one episode where, like, she opened up, she was good.
Yeah, she was good in that like adoption episode.
Yeah, and that didn't feel forced to me. That felt like she was actually connecting with the character and bringing out those emotions in a believable way.
Yeah.
But tonight, like, she didn't seem like she was believable when she was saying that stuff to Alex. I was like, but do you really feel that? Like, do you really not want it to end? Are you really, like, or have you really not felt this way in so long? Like, show us.
Yeah.
Show us that emotion. Like, show us how much that means to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm just trying to be open to it. Like, trying to just kind of be positive and not, like, think badly of it, because, you know, we both want Alex to be happy. She's a great character, and if that's who's going to make her happy, then eventually we're going to have to accept that. But, you know, I really do hope that her acting gets better.
So. Yeah. But she does always look like she's surprised.
Yeah.
Because she's got one of those huge eyebrow arcs on both her, like, is obviously probably penciled in, because no way in hell your actual eyebrow goes up this high.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with people who do that. It's a style choice, and if that's your style, then good for you.
Yeah.
But
more power to you.
Exactly. But if that's how she's gonna wear her eyebrows, then she needs to learn how to act with, like, we depend on eyebrows so much in acting.
Yeah.
Because it shows your facial expression.
I can't do the lift one brow thing, because anytime I try to do that, it's just one eyebrow. Like, it's just both of my eyebrows that go up, not one. Yeah, I can't do that. Like, anytime
I try to do it the other way, and I can't.
It's like both of them that go up, so. But yeah, like, sometimes I'll do, like, you know. But that's, like, the best I can do. But yeah, I mean, that's like something that shows an emotion or a reaction, like an expression on your face.
Like, it's not just a smile or the brightness of your eyes or whatever.
And I feel like her expression is always the same. So she needs to learn how to use her facial expressions better.
Can you guys tell that I have a confused expression on my face right now?
No.
That's Kelly.
That's confused.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry. This is Kelly. She looks surprised, not confused.
She does, yeah. I think it's also because of, like, the shape of her eyes, too.
So. I mean, she's a beautiful actress.
Yeah.
And it's just she needs to learn how to use her face to make the expressions that are needed for the scene. So. That also might include, you know, just, like, tiny little facial expressions like that. Or, you know, like a half smile or smirking or whatever. I don't know. But, you know, like, I want to see her quirky side.
Yeah.
We've seen her sad side.
Maybe we'll see that more than just with Alex now. Right. We'll probably see more of her, like, quirky side come out.
All we've seen is her angry and sad side. That's all we've seen.
It's true. Ooh, it came up.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I think tonight was supposed to be kind of a confused, happy side, but it came across as surprised.
Mm-hmm. That's how it always comes across.
Yeah. But I do hope the best for the actress. I don't want to have to rag on her every episode.
Yeah, because that just gets tiring.
It does.
When we want to actually talk about the stuff that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Let's hope Black Lightning doesn't cause us to do that next season either.
Right, but I do have hopes, high hopes that it won't.
Yeah. Because I think Jefferson's starting to learn his lesson.
Yeah. Except for, Jennifer royally effed up at the end of last season.
She did. Yeah, like, normally I like them, like her, but she made some mistakes.
Yeah, she did.
So.
But I've enjoyed this season so far.
Yeah, me too. It's been good. Mm-hmm. And I really liked, them bringing Lex into the story and having that arc, because I feel like it really made this season go out with a bang. Mm-hmm. Just because, like I said before, Lex is Lex. Like, he's iconic in that universe. Mm-hmm. And anytime he's on any iteration of, Superman or Supergirl or whatever, it always just makes it more fun and more exciting to watch. So I think John Cryer did an amazing job as Lex, and this probably isn't actually going to be the last that we see of him.
Right.
Because of what happened at the last few seconds.
Yes, but before we touch on that, I do want to touch on the Leviathan.
Yes.
Because we've name dropped them throughout this review. But we did, we Googled the Leviathan from the DC universe, and it looks like it's a organization that's basically a schism from, a break-off branch from the League of Assassins, so Ra's al Ghul from Green Arrow. And even though, yes, Ross is dead, both of his daughters are still alive. So that does mean Talia al Ghul is still alive, and I love the actress who plays her. But she was in prison when Oliver was in prison, and she got out. She escaped. She didn't get out legally. She escaped, obviously, because she's, League of Assassins, so she escapes. So she could... she could be behind this because that's what it says when I Googled it, that it's a schism from the League of Assassins run by Talia al Ghul. So I'm assuming maybe they're doing that because Talia was running some form of League of Assassins before she got imprisoned. I do remember that much. But after her escape, we don't really know much about what she's been doing. But this could be an explanation. I am curious, however, on what the old woman said. She said that Leviathan is everyone. Everyone is Leviathan, And I'm just like...
when I hear Leviathan, I just automatically think of Supernatural.
I think of, not Supernatural, just, the actual Supernatural.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, it's been said in other things, of course. It's just, I don't know. For me, it just, I really connected it with that.
The black, goopy stuff on Supernatural. Yeah.
Freaking where Cass was God temporarily.
Well, he wasn't God. It was the Leviathan goop that went inside of him and gave him demonic power.
Yeah.
Therefore, not God.
But he thought of himself that way.
Yeah. He called himself God.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Yeah. But, yeah.
I mean, I've heard it on other things. It's just whenever I think of it, I hear it, I think of Supernatural.
Right. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that.
Yeah, because the guy who showed up is the guy that we keep seeing for the, to open up the crossover. So obviously that's going to have some play in the crossover.
I don't know if Leviathan has play in the crossover.
Yeah. But the Martian dude, his brother, will probably.
No.
Maybe not. I don't know. Then why was that guy there?
Okay.
Why was the messenger dude there? Whatever his name is. I don't know. I forgot.
So
there's so many names to keep track of.
This is true. But okay. In the current timeline, right now, he brought back, or whatever he did, someone who's calling John Jones his brother, so maybe he had siblings that we didn't know about.
Yeah, because, like, when I saw him, I was like, isn't that John?
The face was too puffy, and he wasn't the right shade of green.
And it just looked like him.
Right. Are you saying all Martians look the same?
Yeah.
Racist. Speciesist. Alienist.
Well, I mean, considering that they're siblings, that would make sense.
But basically, he just, like, let him loose to go hunt John.
Yeah.
But right now he's gearing up for the crossover for Crisis.
The messenger. Or the brother.
The magic guy.
The magic guy, okay.
We'll
just call him that.
I don't know why I'm blanking on his name, on his title.
The crossover is going to be freaking epic. It is probably going to be the most epic crossover that we will ever see.
Monitor.
Yeah, Monitor.
There we go.
It's probably the most epic crossover we will ever see on DC Universe.
Mm-hmm.
At least in this universe, the TV universe. This past year's crossover was really good.
Yeah.
But I think the next one will be even better.
Crisis on Earth X, and now it's
Crisis of Infinite Earths.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say that, but then I was like, there's so much to that title.
Hopefully they will probably have Black Lightning included in that, and Legends, maybe.
Legends, I doubt.
Because Legends is never included in the crossover.
Yes, it is. It just wasn't last season.
Yeah.
Last season was the first season that Legends did not participate in since Legends became a show. But that is because of the 100th episode and everything. It messed with the time frame of filming for the Legends crew.
Well, it'll be cool because Legends and Supergirl will both be on their 5th seasons next season, and that means we'll get a 100th episode from both of those shows.
Yes.
So I'm excited for that.
Well, will we for Legends? Because they haven't had 21 to 22 episodes a season.
We might.
So...
Possibly. I don't know.
I mean, I know we'll get one from Supergirl, but Legends might not have one till season 6.
Maybe, if it even goes that long.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Well, because there was speculation that that the crossover might actually, like, have, like, end that series, too. Like, after I don't know.
They have nothing to replace it.
Yeah, I know.
It would be an open time slot, and networks hate that.
Yeah.
If there was something,
they're bringing Batwoman on.
Yeah, but
that's going to take Arrow's
mid-season,
place.
So it's taking Arrow's place. Yeah. But yeah, it's not.
Because the first season had 16 episodes, the second had 17, the third had 18, and then this season's going to have 16.
Right.
So 18, 17, 18, 16.
I don't do math.
I'm going to do it. Hang on. Anyway, keep talking.
But yeah, so
that's 69 episodes.
So that's great. Tomorrow will be the 69th episode. The perfect number. 69. Okay. The Monitor ended, like, so okay. So next season we'll probably be dealing with the Leviathan.
Oh wait, never mind. It's 67 episodes. I did the math.
Sad.
The first season was 16, then 17, then 18, then 16.
Okay.
I did it wrong the first time.
Okay.
So 16, 17, 18, 16.
Okay.
67 episodes. So if we add another, like, 18 to that, that's 85. So yeah, it's not going to be the 100th episode.
Yeah. It'll be close. It'll reach it in season 6.
Yeah.
So the underlying current for next season will be the Leviathan, for which will probably play a role right after the crossover.
Yeah.
And will lead into season 6. Because I don't think they can defeat such a widespread ideal.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone is Leviathan.
Yeah.
I don't think you can squash that within half a season.
Right.
So
I don't think so either.
There's that, and then the Lena situation, and the Jean's brother,
mm-hmm.
which is probably going to be the villain for like the first half.
Yeah.
And
then of course the Monitor bringing Lex back.
Yes, and then we come to the Monitor, which we don't know what he's doing with Lex's body. Okay.
But this is not the last we're going to see of Lex Luthor. Let's be real.
No.
Lex will never die.
No.
He will come close, and he did technically die because Lena had the guts to shoot him.
Yeah. Props.
When he said that, I was just like, oh, watch her.
Right.
She will do it.
Yeah.
And then she did it, and I'm like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, so because of who he is, his character, how iconic he is, as long as like Supergirl and Superman exist, we're probably always gonna have some version of Lex.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely not the last time we're seeing him.
Yeah.
And I really hope that it's John Cryer who plays him again because he's awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, why wouldn't he? Because
right.
like he's the one that is doing it on Supergirl, so it would only make sense if he continued.
Mm-hmm.
But
of course, the actress that played Kara's mom changed.
Yeah.
So, but she wasn't such a big character.
Yeah. Christine Slater is the current actress.
Yeah. Oh, not. I mean, her birth mom.
Oh, Erica Durance. Yeah. Lois.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry. Because I was like, wait, she stayed the same.
Yeah.
Her adopted mom.
But nah, her birth mom changed. Yeah. We know that because the actor who played the twin sister is different than the actor who plays the mom.
Yeah.
And we had hologram conversations with mom.
Mm-hmm.
And the actress is most definitely different. But so we don't exactly know what the Monitor is doing with Lex.
Yeah, we don't.
But he did the little magic thingy, and it makes me feel like he's bringing Lex back to life.
I mean, what else would he be doing?
Right. So we got that going on, and
he has magic. He can bring people back to life.
Yes. And
tomorrow is the Legends season finale, so you will see our review for that. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
So I guess until
next time.
season.
Next season. Love yourself and be happy.